my young friends. I'm back with part 2 of the great epic Ramayan. In the first part, we saw how the 4 young princes and their brides begin a very happy life in the palace. But as I told you, something goes wrong. What happens? King Dashrath is growing old. He now believes that he should hand over the throne to his eldest son, Ram. He shares his thoughts with his queens and his ministers. They are all very happy. But there is one person in the palace who is not happy at all. She is Manthara, the maid or the dasi of Queen Kaikeyi. She is evil-minded and instigates the Queen Kaikeyi against the king's decision. Why should the kingdom go to Ram? She asks her. Why not to Bharat, your son? You should demand that the king give the kingdom and the throne to your son Bharat and not to Kaushalya's son Ram. The Queen Kaikeyi is confused. She loves Ram as much as she loves her own son Bharat. But Manthara does not give up. Should you not, as the mother of Bharat, help him and see to it that he can fulfill his ambition of becoming king? Have you forgotten the 2 wishes that King Dashratha had given you when you saved his life on the battlefield? It is time for you to ask for those 2 wishes. Finally, Manthara succeeds in convincing Kaikeyi that she is right. Thus armed, Kaikeyi goes to the king. I have come to ask for the 2 wishes that you had granted me, she reminds him. Of course, says the king, whatever you wish for, I will certainly grant you your wishes. Not knowing what Kaikeyi is going to demand. First, says Kaikeyi, I want my son Bharat to be crowned king of Ayodhya. And second, I want Ram to be banished from the kingdom for 14 years. Hearing this, King Dashrath is shocked, pained, and angered. But he has given his word to his queen, and he cannot go back on it. King Dashrath is helpless. It is his dharma to keep his word according to the traditions of his great dynasty, the Raghu dynasty. It is very famously said, even today, Raghukula Reet Sada Chali Aayi, Pran Jaye Par Vachan Na Jaye. That is, the kings of the Raghu dynasty would rather die than not keep their word. So also, when Ram hears of his mother's wishes, he too does not hesitate. Obedience to his parents is his highest duty, and so he leaves the palace for the forest. His wife Sita and brother Lakshman accompany him to the forest. A small thatched hut is now their home, and they eat whatever fruits and vegetables they can grow in the jungle, but they do not complain. Ram is happy that he is fulfilling the promise made by his father and the wish of his mother, Kaikeyi. But the king cannot bear the sorrow of separation. He soon falls ill and dies grieving for his son. So also Bharat is very unhappy with his mother's actions. He follows Ram into the forest with a view to bring him back to Ayodhya. But Shree Ram does not return. Bharat persuades his elder brother. You are the rightful heir to the throne, he says, and I have come to take you back to Ayodhya. But Ram refuses to go back. It is my father's promise and my mother's wish that I am fulfilling, he tells his brother. Bharat is crestfallen. He says, if you will not be king, then neither will I. And so he takes the wooden sandals of Ram and places them on the throne. Until his brothers returned from exile, he served the kingdom as an honest caretaker. In this chapter, we see the love of the brothers for each other and their sacrifice of the throne. We see Ram's journey from the riches of the palace to the frugal life in a hut. What more has life in store for Ram? We shall see in part 3 of the Ramayana. I take your leave just now. Bye-bye. See you again with the third part of the very interesting story of Ram. Bye-bye till then.
So that's all, folks. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like, share with your friends, and subscribe.